Alright. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Katarina's Garage. My name is Katarina Lloyd and I've got a package. Now, what is this package, do you wonder? Well, it is something that I have kind of wanted for a while, but I've never had the money for. But luckily, sponsorships exist. So, with that in mind, Flash Shark Racing is my main sponsor. As you guys probably know, they're in the description of every single one of my videos. Although I accidentally got the link wrong in the description of the intake videos. So if you click on that link now, it is the correct link. I accidentally made a mistake when I was redoing my intro of that. But anyways, down in the description below, you'll see that you can get 50% off using the code KAT15 in all caps at checkout, and that'll get you 15% off your order. Anyways, there's going to be a link down in the description for this, which, what is this? Do you wonder? Well, there's some hints. So, I mean, this is a V-band, okay? This is another V-band, all right? I will actually, like, open everything up properly. This is, well, wiring and gaskets. And then the piece de resistance was one of them. Electronic exhaust cutouts, which, looking at this, it looks to be in really well built. I mean, there's a couple little scratches, whatever else on it. It uses, okay, so it has lock washers on it, which is nice from factory. So you can see, you know, it's held in by these Allen key stop bolts, and then they actually have lock washers on them, which is what you want to see. Now this is a little interesting seeing the electrical tape on the end of here, but hey, if it works, it works. I don't really care. You know, on the presentation, but so far I'm quite pleased with that. Let's check out the other one in here. And, you know, there's, like I said, gaskets and wiring and stuff like that, but let's open up the other one here. Again, more wiring and more gaskets. And then here is the other one. So I've got these dual exhaust cutouts for Stitch. And it's going to be interesting how I figure out how I'm going to actually do the install of this. And again, this one, like, it's very nice. Like, it seems like this was done via, like, a CNC machine, to be honest, with the surround of this and everything, and just the way that it is built. Now, there is, like I said, a couple of nicks and whatever else in it, but that doesn't really bother me that much. And I seriously, I'm very, very, very excited about this. So, let's, okay, put some stuff in other spots, and then, see, the problem is there's snow on my deck, so there's that. But also, what is in this package here, here you have, okay, it plugs in, okay, that's how it gets its power, is via the cigarette lighter. Now, the only thing, I mean, mind you, actually, this is a little easier because this is actually simplifies the wiring a lot. Now, the one thing, because I think I'm missing something here, but you can see the switch right here, right? You know, and it goes on, off, like that, but it just very easily flicks. Now, this is plastic, but this is metal, and the switch itself is metal up here, so I do like that. The body of it, though, is plastic. The wiring is actually soldered in. You can see that on the back side, so that's nice to see, honestly. I'd like to see, though, I will admit, because there's a little bit of give with, you know, the wiring here, right? You can kind of see it. I don't know if you can see that very well, but going in and out that way. Now, those should be tied up against there, and then have like electrical tape like these do or something like that. So, but that's such a small niggle, I can realistically fix that. That's not the end of the world. Okay, this is what I was looking for. So, this is a pretty neat little setup. Basically, I can already see how this goes. So, without any instruction manual at all or anything like that, this is pretty simple. So this will plug into here. Then this other one will plug into the other side here. And then this will use all the long wires here to plug back into the controller there. Now, I just hope that this is enough wire to do that in my car, though. That should be enough. And then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna like tie everything up, right? But let's take a look at the clamps and stuff like that they give, and they're actually a good bit of weight. Now, I did not realize that, like I said, that these were done, that this was via a cigarette lighter. Now, this whole thing, okay, so, now you don't have to use the V-band clamps like this, but it makes it easier on the install. It's a little rough around the edges on this. It's a cast piece, though, that you can tell. It's cast, I don't think that, I think that's cast steel. But, you know, and the clamp looks to be good and everything like that, and, oh yeah, and you can see that's definitely tightening just with me doing that by hand. So, alright. And it's very heavy, good quality, and you have, you know, all your bolts and hardware and stuff like that for that. And then we open up this other one here. And I'm just surprised that they actually wrapped these, because they didn't, like, you know, do that with those. I mean, well, they kind of did. They put them in pouches that you could just open up, rather than having to rip it apart like I've done with these. And again, more, and you got like lock washers in here, bolts, washers, and nuts. So it comes with all the hardware, which is perfect, honestly. I do have to figure out, like I said, how I'm going to do this, but like I said, I can show you guys, like, for the most part, of how this will work. And now let's see. Now we've got, okay, exhaust, so a dump, and you can do this whichever way you want, because it's a circular thing like this, right? And this is, you know, one of the dumps. It's pretty nice, honestly. It's all stainless with TIG weld. They did mess up a little bit of the weld right there, but really not bad at all. Let's see. Now, it even comes with, here we go. So, that's what I was looking for. So basically, this kind of works like you'd have this clamp, like around there or so. Or, actually, it'd be here, right? Yeah, so it'd be like that. And basically, the exhaust would flow through there normally, and then it would just get stopped by it like that. But then, once you flip the switch, it will open up, and then you can, you know, do that. So this is actually a pretty simplistic sort of setup that way. And we can check out the other tip here. Again, it's not bad. There's a couple little nicks in it, but that's okay. And like I said, the stainless is actually very smooth, like very, very smooth, which that's actually a good sign for it. And, you know, but you could deburr some of this, and admittedly I might actually end up doing that. But, yeah. Okay. So, let's move this out of our way. Throw that over there. I don't want the box to get wet, so, yeah. But, this is awesome, right? And again, all TIG welded, and a couple little spots where it's not like the best, but it's way better than what I would ever do. And this is not a very expensive kit at all. Like, it's actually very inexpensive. Like, in total, I want to say this was, how much was this, actually? It was in the territory of, like, 200 Canadian, I think. I'd have to look back at the site, so don't quote me on that 100%. But look at what we've all got. This is freaking awesome. So now, what I'm going to do, actually, I was going to bring my battery out here, but I guess not, because it plugs into a, cigarette lighter. So I'm going to grab my keys, and then we're going to hook this all up, and we're going to see how it works. And we'll see these work in action. So yeah, let's do that right now. Alright, so we're in the car here. I just need to plug this in, like so, and then let us undo this. So it's a little interesting. I'll have to figure out maybe like a splitter or something like that, so I can have this plugged in all the time, so I can just hit it on the fly instead of having to like unplug my dash cam all the time, and I'd prefer not to be doing that to enable these. So there's a little light on top of here, so I guess put that one straight up. All right, it shows that it's working. Now let's see the actuation of these in real time. So now, and the big question is, I don't know if I press this button, does it open all the way, or do I have to hold it? No, I just press the button and they open up like that. And then I go off. Oh, that is so cool! That is so cool! So yeah, like I said, on. Off. Oh, that is wicked. So yeah, if you want to get yourself a set of these, the link will be down in the description below. Because yeah, this is awesome. Although I did notice actually a decent chunk taken out of this right there, so that's a little unfortunate. So clearly this was like dropped in the factory or something, but it happens. But oh my god, and it's quiet too. Like you barely hear it. Like here, let's put this as close as I can, and here we go. Go on. Like super quiet, and then off. Oh, that is so cool! I like it. I like it. I like it. It's such a simple piece of technology. But yeah, and even, oh, you know what I just noticed? So, these little nuts here, right? Or these little bolts, they're actually holding on a crush washer on the end there too. So it's not just these ones, but it's these ones as well with crush washers already installed. So that is amazing. Now, I don't know when I'll be able to get these installed, and the wiring for this is actually pretty simple. I've just got to hide the little box here somewhere, have that plugged into the cigarette lighter. Like, I'll have to mount this somewhere up underneath the dash. Then I'll have to figure out where I'm going to mount the button. I don't know. I mean, I could go into the dash here, or I actually had, down here, I used to have the switch for my fog lights when they were installed. So maybe I just go into that portion there. I don't know. The only thing I don't like is that they do not give you like even like a little bracket or something like that to where you can like screw this into. So you have to figure that one out on your own apparently. But beyond that, this seems like a pretty good kit overall. And this will make your vehicle like a lot louder, obviously, because it'll be open exhaust. Like, because you'd put this just before the mufflers, pretty much, for the most optimal sound. But you can put it even further forward for a lot more sound, even. It just depends on how you want to do it, right? So I'm gonna have to figure that out with the exhaust shop, because I also do want to ask them that, hey, would it be okay if I am in there filming the process as well? So I'm going to have to give them a call and see if they'd be okay with that. Plus, it gets them, like, good exposure too, because they do really good work. They've done all the exhaust work on this car, and it's been incredible. Which is Tim's muffler out in Leduc, actually. So I'm okay to travel for the right service, and they give a fantastic service. It's difficult to actually book something in with them due to the fact that they're kind of like a walk-in, like, you know, first come first serve type of day, right? They don't do like pre-bookings typically, so it's kind of a weird thing. But yeah, this is so cool. This is so cool. So, anyways, enough of me rambling on. Thank you guys so much for watching my content, and without you guys, this would not be possible. And like I said at the beginning of the video, there is a link down in the description below of this product, and as well, use my code KAT15 in all in caps at checkout to receive 15% off your order. And especially with everything getting so expensive nowadays, that 15% can actually amount to a big savings. So again, the code is KAT15 at checkout at flashsharkracing.com. And the link for that will also be in the description below as well for Flash Shark Racing itself. If you're not interested in these, they might have other products for you. Like, they've got a ton of headers that are stainless steel and stuff like that. And they've even got, like, LS turbo headers for a Fox body. That was weird, right? Very weird. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this. I know I did. This is one of my favorite videos I've done lately. So yeah, I'm excited. Hope you guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next video. Love you all. Share this with your mom, your cat, your dog, your friend, your neighbor, whoever you want. Yeah, do that. Bye.